morning, well, afternoon. We're now live.
Hello, John.
Live from Evesham. Hi, Jason. We're now
How's it
live
going?
from. Good, yeah. Live from Evesham. Nice and sunny today. Great day. I don't know what the weather's like down near you, Jason. Is it all right this morning?
Yeah, it's a bit cold, but apart from that, it's all right.
And I can see you're in your man cave. What have you got? What have you got for us in your man cave? Now tell us about
It's the Supercharged Locost project that I'm building with the Merc engine. Well, trying to build.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm trying to knock up bodywork, and it's about 2 degrees, so I'm just waiting for filler hard at the moment.
That's not good. So this is the first kit car you've built, but you built this from a low cost. You built this all yourself, haven't you? From the chassis up.
I brought a chassis for it, and none of it worked with what I was doing, so I cut the front end and the back end off and rebuilt it. So I think there's about 7 tubes that are book spec on it. The rest of it's all sort of my own doing.
Right, and the rear end was trailing arm, I think you said, and you've changed all of that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's now independent rear suspension, so all custom rear wishbones on it, custom uprights and everything else to take the Mercedes different shafts. Because I didn't want to be messing around with adapters between the live axle and then trying to tie that up to a Mercedes gearbox and prop and everything else. So I just chopped the whole lot out and put the Mercedes gear in. Right.
Is it all? I'm going to come on to your engine because there's not many that are running Mercedes. Is it all Mercedes running gear? I mean, gearbox and diff.
Yeah, everything on it from the engine backwards is Mercedes.
Right.
So apart from the custom rear uprights, the whole drivetrain is Mercedes on it.
Right, brilliant. Very, very unusual. I mean, you got your normal sort of your Fords, your D-Techs, and your Pintos, and your bike engines and stuff like that. I don't know many that have put a Merc in.
No, me neither. But I'm not one for sort of following the set trends, and I wanted something supercharged, so it kind of made sense to do it.
And this is the other thing I'll go on to. This is supercharged as well, so this is not going to hang about, is it?
It should be about 280 at the moment.
Right.
I have got a M112 supercharger to go on it after the IVA and the emissions and all that mess that goes with it, and that'll bump it up quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
But usually people turbo them, but it's not really me. The heat soak and the reliability, and I've had nothing but problems with turbos in the past, so I'm sticking with the supercharger.
Yeah. That's the other thing with the supercharger. It's more linear. The acceleration, the turbo, you've got to keep on boost all the time.
Yeah, I find turbos to be too spiky, especially in a light car. I mean, granted they're fun, but I'd much rather get traction and go instead of massive torque curve across the road and load of smoke.
Yeah, that's what I say about a turbo. You sort of set off, boom, and then boom, it's off. You know what I mean? As soon as you get into that boost kind of thing. So I guess it's what people get used to. Well, I've driven a couple of turbo cars. I've never driven a supercharged car. But yeah,
never driven one this light.
No, exactly. Yeah. So that's definitely going to go well. And you were saying you've changed all the chassis. You cut the front and back off. What's your background then to be able to do that? You must have welding skills and things like that.
Yeah, I've been an engineer on the railway for 20 years now, so I've sort of picked up bits and pieces along the way, and then sort of I need a part or I need something, so it's all right. Well, I'll get a lathe, I'll learn how to use it and make the part, then I'll get a mill and I'll learn how to use that and make the parts I need, and pick up a welder and have at it until you get it right.
Yeah.
So sort of self-taught on machining and welding and everything.
Yeah.
But as for like the nuts and bolts stuff, that all comes from working on the railway and putting a giant train set together.
keeping it running and keeping it on the rails, as it were. Yeah, that's a really poor joke.
Trying to.
Yeah. So what are you?
I'm one of these annoying people where if I can do something myself and save a few quid, I'll learn to do it myself and do it instead of farming it out to someone else. It's even like the silly little things on it, because like working on the family bus, you need a 6 foot tall cabinet full of tools. On this, I've done it so that all the nuts and bolts are the same size, all the Allen keys are the same size, so I can take the whole thing apart with 3 spanners, 2 Allen keys and a screwdriver. Wow. So I don't need a massive graphic toolkit to do it. Oh, sorry, I actually need a hub nut socket as well. Everything else, they're all the same socket heads on it, all the same fittings. So I can literally go with a backpack full of tools and strip card pieces.
You'll be able to get everything on that, won't you? I would imagine.
Yeah. Oh, this is why I've done it. I mean, I was building it and it was just all cluttered. And then, funnily enough, the turbos went on my daily car. And it took 3 weeks to strip it down on the drive just to change the turbos. And I thought, right, none of that. Everything on this is going to be accessible. Everything's going to be easy to work on. And I'm not going to spend 3 weeks stripping the thing down if I want to do something on it. But I literally have a little drawer in the toolbox. And in that drawer, everything for taking this car apart goes in that one drawer. And it's just little row of spanners, screwdriver, a couple of Allen keys, and a hub nut, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I can't be dealing with all that, you know, sitting there looking for a 7 bloody mil spanner, and then that doesn't work. And
yeah, brilliant.
I don't have time in my life for all that, so I've just made it as easy as possible.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. I've not heard of many people doing that either. You know, just using all the same bolts and.
Well, to be fair, a lot of it actually comes from at work. We use the same size bolts for everything.
So, what are your plans for it now? You mentioned about IBA. Are you close to IBA or getting there?
So fuel system, brake system, inlet, exhaust, everything like that's all done. I'm just waiting on doing the ECU, but I'm not doing that until I finish the body, which is it's currently in a mock-up body at the moment, which is a sheet of stainless and about 40 kilos of plaster, because I'm going to mold off that body, make a carbon body for it, bond all that on, and then do the ECU and maybe a roll cage.
And you're going to do all the carbon yourself?
Yeah.
Carbon forming? Yeah,
I'm going to do it all myself. Yeah. So I was looking at buying a new body panel set for it, and with the price of that, it might as well just buy the materials and carbon and do it myself.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, which you say it's a low cost, but it's almost like a low cost home build. So you're not going to get many body panels that are going to fit straight on. You know, like an MK won't fit straight on, a Westfield won't fit straight on. There are others out there. Equilibrium Products do a low cost a chassis, a body to fit a chassis, but it very much. As you know, a lot of it depends on your dimensions that you finally end up. So, what are you doing bodywork wise? You mentioned aluminium body for the sides.
No, so the whole thing at the moment is wrapped in a sheet of stainless, and then I've built out all the panels with plaster filler. Yeah, now I've sealed all that, so I'm literally going to make the entire body out of carbon. So the body that's on it at the moment, I'm going to pull my molds off that. Then this body's going to the tip because it's worthless and I can't even get it wet. And then bond on the new panels for it. And the whole thing is going to be front to back carbon.
Wow! You're definitely going to keep us updated on that. We'll do another stream with you when you get cracking on that. I'll be fascinated to see that.
I was hoping to have some of the carbon done for KitFest, but where it's been so cold here and the heating in the garage is terrible. I don't want to be wasting a lot of money in carbon to be doing it in 2 degrees. It's not.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Just buy the carbon sheet yourself and.
I'm buying a roll of it and all the resin and everything, and then just going to have at it.
Brilliant, excellent. Definitely keep us updated on that. And you mentioned about KitFest. You hope to come to KitFest, even though it won't be finished for KitFest.
No, I'm having a mad push at the moment to try and get it sort of semi-presentable. Then I'm going to bring it on a trailer as just like as a project or kind of in the way kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I missed it last year. I went the year before, and the car was actually seemed to be a lot closer to being finished the year before. And I wish I brought it with me. Yeah. And so this year I'm going for it, and Bizzell's helped convince me to take it as well. Yeah,
Bizzell's. I know Bizzell's going. Have you been following his channel with his?
I've been following Bizzell's channel since day one.
Yeah, with his ups and downs. He's now got it. I'm not going to give you the power figure. Don't mention the power figure because you'll have to watch the video. But yeah, it was his third attempt or third go on a rolling road at Northampton Motorsport. Great to watch because you can see the look on his face at the end because he's finally got it sorted and it's putting out what I'd call some very nice power figures.
Yeah, definitely.
He was disappointed with the first one because he'd only got 180 brake out of it, which is nowhere near what a 4AG should do, especially supercharged. But yeah, it's now putting out some decent power. So you must obviously know Bizzel then, do you, Wayne?
Yeah, I've been speaking to Bizzel for years on the Locost Builders Forum.
Okay.
Back when that was really active.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So it's probably got to be minimum 5 years I've been speaking to Wayne on and off about just that kit car stuff on there. And then he said one day, "Oh, I'm thinking about starting up a channel." And it's like, right, send me the name and I'll subscribe.
Yeah. Because I came to Bizzel channel quite late because I didn't see it, and then somebody recommended it, and I went back and binge watched all of his episodes because he comes across very knowledgeable, but he explains everything in great detail. But it's simple to understand, so even an idiot like me can understand what he's doing and why. He was stripping out all the fuel rails, fitting new injectors and blanking this off and doing this and putting this on, but he explained it in such a way that even I understood it, and it's just great to watch.
The thing is, Wayne is he's a very intelligent man, but he does a good job of explaining it to numpties like me, so I understand it.
Yeah, exactly. But he also explains why he's doing it. You know, I know on the first Rolling Road day, it was Troy, wasn't it, at Northampton Motorsport? He just said to Wayne, or Bizzel, whatever we call him. He said, "Look, I'm wasting my time. You need to go and look at this wiring. You need to look at that. You need to look at the ECU. Go away and fix it and bring it back." And then when he gets back into his garage, he strips it all apart, and he tells you exactly what he's looking at. You know what the errors he's looking at. One was a bad earth, I think it was, and then he thought the ECU had fried, and he explains why he thought that had fried. Sent it off, got it back. So yeah, it comes across in a very, as you say, a very understandable way, which is great. Ours was a Ford 2-litre Pinto engine as well, but it's been swapped for a Yamaha R1 bike engine. And wiring, wiring is not my skill one little bit. So I've now got Sierra wiring spliced into the bike loom. I've got two keys. I've got the Sierra key and barrel lock, but then I've got the bike key as well. So the bike ECU recognised the transponder in the key. So wiring. I'll just get my boys to do it if anything goes wrong. Or
that's it. I tried grafting the Mercedes loom into this, and that is a nightmare that I never need in my life again. So in the end, I ended up cutting all the lengths of wire out the Mercedes loom, lengthed them all out, and then ended up laying out all my dials and all my sensors and everything like that all over the front room floor, taped them all in place, and then just run the wires where they needed to go and make my own loom. It was just too much headache trying to work around someone else's wiring. It was just a disaster.
And what have you done about all the sensors? You're still using Mercedes ECU, presumably?
No, it's going Max Sport Pro something or other.
Okay.
So it's going aftermarket, because if I use the Mercedes ECU, I've then got to use the Mercedes ignition barrel, the Mercedes dash clocks, and body control module and everything else. It's all linked in together.
Right.
So unless you've got all the bits there in the car, it won't start. So I've just binned that off, and I'm just going aftermarket.
Right. So yeah, and which is why you've obviously you've used you've used the Mercedes lube, but just stripped out all the bits you don't need.
Exactly. Yeah. All I've taken out of it is sensors for the engine and the wire itself. Everything else just went in the bin. All the clocks and all that. It's just rubbish I don't need. So I've just literally run the wires to where they need to go, terminated them there, connected what needed to be connected, and the rest is just going to plug straight into the ECU, hopefully.
Yeah, brilliant. And how far off do you think you are off your first fire up? I mean, it's obviously not finished yet.
Well, I mean, the fuel system's all done and tested. Everything else is all there. The flywheel, the clutch, everything else is done. So it's really something now just to control the fuel and the spark, and
you're good to
as soon
go.
as it's plugged in, it should, on a base map, it should, in theory, start up, because everything else has already been tested on it.
Yeah. Because you've kind of
done it off the key and everything else. So
you've kind of built it in modules, as you say, haven't you? You've done it in modules. You've approached the fuel system. Okay, that's great. You've approached the wiring. Okay, you've done it in kind of like modules, and now just ready to finish the final bits off.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I did with, speaking of modules, with the loom. I got fed up of, if you've got a fault somewhere, chasing through miles and miles of loom, and oh, you've got to disconnect this, disconnect that. So how I've done the loom now is on aviation style connectors. So I've got one connector controls the light circuit, one connector controls the rear light circuit, one controls the dash dials and ECU. So it's all modular. So it's just, if I've got a problem with one bit, unscrew it, pull the one plug out, and I've got a meter length cable to work with instead of going through the whole car.
Right, got you. Yeah, because I mean, once that loom, once the full loom's in the car,
if I can move this without destroying it, bear with me.
Yeah, go on, you're okay. Yeah, let's go for a wander. Show us your engine.
So, hang on, my tripod's caught. So in here, you've got, I don't know if you can see them or not. You've got the silver aircraft connectors down there. Oh yeah. God, what have I done now? All these silver aircraft connectors, they come through onto the inside. On here. So there. So any one of them, you just unscrew it, pull it out, and that's a whole sort of separate module of the wiring done and dusted.
Like a section, just a section of the loom, which you can then troubleshoot and do whatever you need to do. Yeah.
Exactly that, because I haven't got time in my life to be chasing through bits of wiring, and I've completely lost you off this screen now. Bear with me.
That's all right.
Oh, there we are. I've got you.
Yeah, no, I put you into solo. I put you into solo layout just as you were showing the wiring in your engine. So
there we go. Me and technology again. Then.
Yeah.
The whole thing with this was to make it as simple as possible. So if I have a problem when I'm doing a track day, I don't lose half the track day trying to chase something down. It's literally, all right, that's broken, so it's going to be that, or it's going to be that. Not spending half a day for a very expensive day out chasing around problems.
Yes.
So that's the thing I've seen with Wayne's as well, because the one he's in at the moment, he brought it instead of built it, and then he's constantly chasing someone else's problems. And I've seen it so many times where someone's picked up a project that's 95% complete, and then it turns out they spend 2 or 3 years undoing the previous owner's mistakes and trying to work out what they have done.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. This is what we find as well, you know, when we talk to kit owners or any car owners, when they come out with some of these stories, they've got some brilliant stories to tell. Yeah. So,
it's, I haven't had much luck with cars so far.
No? Well, hopefully this will be better for you. I mean, at least this one, you know what you've done. So if I was going to say, one on the flip side of that, if anything does go wrong, it's your fault.
Yeah, I know who to blame.
Yeah, you can only blame yourself.
Yeah.
Originally,
this was going to be a Skyline, and 7 years into it now, I wish I'd just got the Skyline, because this is just. I thought, easy. Just bolt an engine in, just put some body panels on it. Yeah, fine. I wish I'd done my own work.
Yeah, I think you'll have more fun in that than the Skyline. If I'm honest, I've never been in the Skyline. I know how they can handle, and I know they can get some decent power out of them. But you'll definitely have more. You'll definitely have more fun in that, especially with that Mercedes supercharged engine in that. So
it should be fun. I just got bored of tin tops in the end. It's like I need to do something else, and I was looking at like the GT40 kits and everything else, and it's like, I've got 2 kids inside, and I can't afford to be doing something like that. So I thought, right, well, I'll jump in sort of a bit further down the ladder and do this. And with the money I've spent on it, I probably could have bought a ropey GT40 chassis anyway.
Right, we've been on now for only 40 minutes. It's been great talking to you, Jason. We'll definitely no worries. We definitely want to keep in touch with you on your bodywork, because we've been doing a lot with a lot of low-cost owners. And certainly Tommy from Tools and Track in Scotland, he used the Westfield.
Tommy's brilliant.
Yeah, I like his channel as well, but he ended up having to cut it all in half and try to get it to fit. And even now, I think it's the rear tub he's still working on just to make it look a bit. It looks good, but it's like with any kit car. I think kit car builders it's never really finished. You're always looking to do something, but he's looking just to blend in the rear. Because Tommy's was there's a Voodoo chassis. But then he changed it a bit.
So,
for a Mazda. specifically for a Mazda. But then he changed the bodywork a little bit. So, and trying to get bodywork for any kind of low cost it can be a bit of a nightmare. So I'll be interested to see how you get on building yours, especially as you go in the carbon route.
Yeah, with Tommy's one, I actually tried that before I done this. I actually give up going down that route because I extended the rear tub, then extended the arches, and then you had the horrible bit where the side panels go into the rear arches and trying to extend all that.
That's the bit he's struggled with. Yeah,
and then the car that I got the body from had a tube chassis instead of a box section chassis. So then you got rounded edges on everything, and you're trying to tie it all up. And I took it to the tip and started again. Just got a sheet of steel, and it's like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
I can feel Tommy's pain on that one because it's not easy trying to blend it all in and get it to line up properly.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I think it's great, getting them involved in actually doing things and making things and basic spanner work, because you're right, it is a lost art. I'll tell you, if you go to KitFest, I'll tell you it would be a great to speak to, because they have confirmed that they're coming. They've got well, I say it's their stand has been sponsored because it's something that the organisers of KitFest and Northwest Kit Car Owners Group are very passionate about, is getting people back into engineering and certainly back into schools. Is it
the technical school, the college?
Yes, Emsford Grange. With Peter Coburn. They're going to be there. They're going to be bringing their car. The students will be there. But we did. I don't know if you saw it. We did a stream with Peter, and he was talking about what he'd done, what he built. Very, very knowledgeable guy, and he dropped me a note the other night, a couple of weekends ago. He's now bought another car as well. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, it just dropped you a note. He said, it's obviously building it's the MEV Exocet that he's building with the students at Emsford Grange, and that's on its way. About 35 students. I don't be sexist or anything, but there's half of those are women. Teaching them everything about building a car. Yeah, but he's now bought another one, and he said, John, he said it was just too good to miss. So yeah, go and have a look at his page, and you see what he's now building. His father came over, I think it was this week, yesterday, I think it was, just to help him out. But when you look at what he's done as well, the students at the Emsford Grange, they've got a great technical history and engineering history as well, which I think they're quite well. They are very, very proud of. As I say, it's not on the curriculum these days. But they actually, when I got talking, they actually built an aeroplane. And when I said to Peter, I said, what, like a model aeroplane? He said, no, a proper one, like a microlight. And they've been, it's brilliant. But you have to look at, go and have a look at their website, Emsford Grange website and blog. It's a proper microlight. Sponsored by Boeing. Apparently, Boeing had approached several schools, said, do you want to build it? We'll sponsor it, blah, blah, blah. One of them turned it down. And so second on the list was Emerson for whatever reason. And Peter was, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, not a problem. So they've actually built this thing. It's now up in, I think he said he sold it to a person up in Scotland. But it's got the Emsford Grange Academy call sign letters on the side of a plane.
Excellent.
So fascinating. Yeah. So we are 100% behind trying to get engineering back into schools, because you look at kit cars now. Not many people would know how to build one, and if we leave it like that, no one's going to build one.
Well, the same. I was having this conversation with Bizzel last night, and now I can either spend years building something that I don't know how to do, or I can go and finance a Golf R or an S3 or something like that, still drive fast, and someone else has done all the work for me.
Exactly. Yeah. Right, we've been on for nearly an hour. It's been brilliant speaking to you, Jason. I'll
no worries.
Definitely catch up with you at KitFest. I hope you bring your car there. I'd love to have a Mercedes installation, because that's very, very different.
It'll be coming one way or another, even if I have to fire out the transport or something, it's coming. Brilliant.
Okay. Well, until then, and we'll catch up with your bodywork as well, your carbon fibre. I'm very keen to catch up on that. But until then,
I need some hot weather first.
Yeah. Well, give it till about July. You've got about 2 days in July. That'll be it.
Yeah, 2-day British summer. Job done.
So, cheers, Jason. Until then.
Right.
Say goodbye. I'll be seeing you.
See you at KitFest.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, with chills running down my neck. I'm going crazy from just the thought of you. A long blonde hair and your beautiful smile. Your sense of humor makes it all worthwhile. Don't make me wait, it's not a funny game. You know just what I